Hello, and welcome to your library instruction session video for Nursing 487. Today we're going to start on the library homepage, libraries.missouristate.edu. From the homepage, we're going to go to the fourth tab on the tab search box, Subject Guides, and type in Nursing. We're going to begin on the Nursing Subject Guide on the Nursing 487 page. You can bookmark this on your computer. So on this page will live the video that I'm doing now, in addition to several other videos that I think you'll find helpful. First, there is a video on what is evidence-based practice. So when you're needing an overview of what that is, what it includes, that's a really nice overview. Then the types of research used for evidence is a really good video that will be helpful, especially as you are doing your article critiques. This talks about different types of research processes and what they mean and what is best practice, that sort of thing. And then also a video on how to use Pico searching for your research. So lots of helpful things here, in addition to several individual databases that you may want to get into at some point. All right. On the home page of the nursing guide, we are going to use this Discover at MSU search box, and we're going to enter our keywords here. Now, once you have your Pico question, you will take the main terminology from that question and use that to have identified keywords you string together for a search string. So let's say, for instance, my Pico is about mattress technology and reducing pressure sores or injuries. So I'm going to distill that into mattress, and it likes the connecting word and pressure. Pressure wounds. Now, once you've entered your keywords, it's going to take you to a results list, and you will need to use your BearPass ID and password to get in here for the first time. All right. This is also comprehensive. So our Discover at MSU search box, that is going to search most of our databases, journals, books, ebooks, etc. We're going to limit this by applying some filters. So the first thing that we are going to do is go to all filters, and we know that you need to have scholarly or peer-reviewed articles. We probably want them from about the last 5 years. And we'll hit apply. You want the last 5 years because you really want currency with health and medicine related topics. All right, so now this has a much better list, 249, and we're just going to do a little skimming. Keyword searching is not an exact science, so there can be some trial and error as you discover what terminology is going to be best to get you to the results pool on your topic. And I will say that a little just exploratory searching is a great idea, because maybe I can make this more specific on a type of mattress, but I'm not sure what that is yet. So I'm going to do a quick skim through and see if I can discover anything that stands out. Maybe I want to do more about the actual pressure mapping that helps with prevention of that, or alternating pressure air mattresses. Maybe that's the direction I want to go. And I get these ideas from actually looking through some of these articles. Okay, let's say I'm interested in actually reading this article. So I'm going to click on the title to get to a detail record page, and this is going to tell me more about it. It gives me the publication information. It gives me subject terms in blue. This can be a really helpful area to look because it's terminology assigned to describe the content of the article. So maybe really what I want to look at is more about pressure ulcers prevention and control. Now these are hyperlinked, so usually I'll adjust my keywords up here. So you keep scrolling, we see that there's an abstract. Not all abstracts are created equal, but I highly recommend that you take a good look at the abstract because this is going to be a summary of your article. So it's going to tell you usually a little bit about what they've done with the project and how they went about it, and maybe a little bit of the findings. So when you're looking at things like, what type of research is this? Is it a literature review? Is it a systematic review? Is it an original qualitative or quantitative or mixed methods? This is going to give you a lot of that information. Also, usually things about the population that was studied. So really, really great place to get a lot of important content about the article before you actually dive in and read the article. Okay, so also on this page, we have some tools at the top. Now you can use the Save and Add to Project tool if you are signed into My EBSCO. So you want to make sure that you have signed into this before using those tools. If you're signed in and you save them, then they will be in your dashboard and you can get back to them anytime after you have, anytime you want to come back to it. But if you're not signed in, it will not save them. Also with the tools, you can share. So if you want to send this to Google Drive, OneDrive, your email, you can also create a link that will bring you back here. This link in the URL browser is stable also. Just come up with a way that gets you back to the articles that you want to use. It's always nice to have a method that works for you. There's also a citation tool. So when you are doing your APA citations, this will actually give you the components you need. Now, any citation that is generated runs the risk of being incorrect. I always start with this and then double check it against a style guide to make sure that it's correct. Again, this gives you components, so use it, but don't count on it 100%, although this one actually looks pretty good. So lots of tools there for you to use. The next thing I want to mention is how to get to full text of this. In this instance, we're going to click this button that says View Record from Wiley. If you ever see something that says View Record In, that is just going to be what you go through to get there. And then here we have the PDF, which I'm going to open so that we can take a closer look at a scholarly article. Because when you are doing your article critique, again, there are certain things that you are going to want to look for. We've already mentioned the abstract. Usually it starts with an introduction. Sometimes the introduction includes a literature review, so the author is looking at other studies that have been done. And then the section on materials and methods, or sometimes this is called methodology. This will actually tell you the setup and design of the survey and all of the detail that includes, so you can decide what level of evidence is this. Continue scrolling. A lot of times if they have data, then that will be presented. Sometimes that can be in tables, charts, graphs. They're giving you an analysis here, and then the results. So the results / discussion is going to be where you find what they have taken away from their study. And sometimes, especially in the discussion, they will mention maybe next steps or things that they would like to see happen, or if there were any gaps that they noticed. And then limitations. That can be also a good place to identify any gaps in the study and that further research is needed. So that is the breakdown of a scholarly article and the components in it. And so I hope that is helpful as you are working on your article critiquing. I'm going to go back to our results list, because I do want to take another moment to mention that not all of our articles are going to be available full text through this platform. When you see articles that say submit ILL request, this is interlibrary loan, and we will get these articles for you for free to use. You have an unlimited number of requests. You just have to click the link. You'll enter your BearPass ID and password. It will pull your account, pull the form you need, and it auto-populates it for you. So it's very streamlined. I just do a quick skim through, make sure that required fields are filled out, and then you hit Submit Request. Now, this is not finger snap instant. It takes 2 to 5 business days. But again, this is free and unlimited to you, so please use it. We want you to have the articles that are best for your research, and sometimes that means they're not immediately available full text through us. With interlibrary loans, when they are ready, you'll get an email to your BearMail account. In that email, there will be a link to the PDF, and once you've downloaded it to your computer, that link is yours forever. So just make sure that you get that saved. All right, so that was a basic search using the Discover at MSU search box. I am also going to mention that you can go to the advanced search option and break up your keywords here, so that if you wanted to say mattresses and pressure wounds, ulcers, you can break it up there. So there's not one right way to do that, but you've got options. All right, so I think that is everything that I wanted to review with you. And again, I started on the nursing subject guide with the Discover at MSU search box. Again, there are resources on the Nursing 487 page that you may want to review before you get too far into your literature search. And let me know if you have any questions. And also on this page, you can email me or schedule an appointment to meet with me. I am your School of Nursing Library Liaison. All right, take care, y'all.